Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Diego Sanchez, and I am your MC for tonight, or cheerleader. Welcome to Barons Court Theatre. We are Almost Random Theatre, and we are presenting night 2 of Ideas in March. I'm obliged to start with a bit of housekeeping. If in the unlikely event of a fire, we have an exit there and there. I recommend using them rather than burning to death. Also, we have phones, which we must turn off. Anyone whose phone rings during the show will be singled out and bullied. Okay, off. I should also announce this evening and last night, in fact, are both sponsored by Academia, a college in Warsaw, Poland. So many, many thanks to them for their support. Poland is a country much favoured by Almost Random Theatre. Some of the company were there only last week running a drama workshop for Sobieski's school. This was a service that the philanthropic dramaturgs involved provided for free. Tonight we have a total of 9 short plays to witness. So without any further ado, let me introduce the first, of which the mysterious playwright has asked to remain anonymous. Chance Gallagher, Suzanne Hyde and Mary Saunders perform this exploration of romance, technology and theatre with a touch of Marlon Brando thrown in. It is Out of Control.
Your birthday soon. Anything in particular you want?
I'd like to say it's enough you remember the date.
Well, of course. February 14th, which is also Valentine's Day.
The day for all lovers to express their love once more.
To have, to hold, and maybe to have again.
Which reminds me, who's Susan?
Susan? I don't know any Susan.
Well, maybe I should have said Susan Kiss 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 or Susan LOL.
You don't believe that LOL means lots of love, do you?
Of course not. I'm no Exitonian posh boy.
Well, there you are, I see.
So who is Susan XXX? And or, delete as applicable, Susan LOL?
Female footballers?
Try not to play the innocent.
A bit late for that.
The question remains, who is...
R.
So there are 2 of them now. All lovers expressing. With the emphasis on all.
What are you on about?
I repeat, who is or are Susan XXX? As in Susan Kiss Kiss Kiss.
It means nothing.
As in deleted texts.
From my phone?
Yes, your phone. Your phone? This phone? Here's your phone.
There are no messages here from Sally XXX.
Susan Kiss Kiss Kiss.
Nope. Nothing.
You deleted them.
I did not. And even if I did, which I didn't, you cannot reinstall deleted texts. I should know that. It is my phone.
Step 1. Install and run iPhone data recovery on your computer. Select the type of device and choose Recover data from iTunes backup. Step 2. Scan the backup file. If you've backed up your iPhone constantly or synced more than one Apple device on your computer before, there will be several backup files displayed in the window. Choose the right and latest backup version, then click Start Scan to go on. Shall I go on?
Line.
Enough of this textology, I'm going for a pint. And then you're supposed to stand up. Look, it says it in the script.
Yeah, but you think he'd really do that? I mean, it's quite an abrupt change, isn't it?
Also, isn't it all about esoteric? The science of deleted text? I mean, the audience would be bored, surely. They cannot see the text. And so far, we're about 20% into this play, and there's a real build-up of anger.
That comes later, remember? When Sam throws the phone at Joyce when he's come back from the pub. You've swapped the phones over, remember? And he suddenly realised that you've been probably receiving texts from Susan while he's been out.
Look, that's another thing. Do you think that works, that swapping of phones?
Well, they could both have the same phone. It's not uncommon.
Yes, but when someone goes out, they often check something.
Not if they're in a rage.
Yes, but he's actually got the phone. Joyce shows him the text.
Which the audience cannot see.
Exactly. Unless you have a projection screen showing all
Too
of
late
this.
to organise.
Too late for all this. We've got one more rehearsal after this and only 2 days before the actual performance.
At the Valentine's Festival.
You should have brought all this up before at the other rehearsals.
I did mention it. I remember yesterday saying that I was unhappy with the texting and the robotic tone of some of the lines.
Oh, so having a go at my writing now.
Of course not.
Well, yes. I mean, this whole thing about a couple raging about a text or two is like Jeremy Kyle on sedatives.
Pound shop Kyle.
Ah, everything's a pound shop now. Pound shop Powell.
Nigel Farage.
Ah, man of the year, no less. Hey, how about calling me Nigel? And my romance is with the British voter.
That'd be kind of surreal. And the text could be from Cameron.
Hence the LOL.
Urging UKIPers to become...
No, return to.
Okay, return to Toryland.
And then after February the 14th, Valentine's Day, the Tories
Me, or me representing them.
break all their promises, no referendum on Europe.
More privatising of the NHS to the Tory lovers.
The businesses that gain.
Chuck in a bit about tuition fees and add a dash of Syria.
And a bit of budget deficit or whatever.
You mean rewrite the whole bloody play?
Yes.
By tomorrow. And rehearse it.
It'll go down a storm. Current affairs and all that. All the rage.
Bollocks.
Why?
Not enough time.
Improvise.
Oh, and what if you freeze or repeat? You'll just look like amateurs.
It's better than some of these lines.
Oh, you got me. But texting's not the real world. It's in the real world we both are.
And we love each other. Which is all that counts.
Cliches. Soppy crap.
Well, you learnt it.
Of course. I'm an actor.
And on profit sharing.
Oh, profits in theatre.
We do it for the love of the profession.
Well, why not have that as the Valentine play? The love of acting.
The actor and the art. The actor loving what he or she can portray. The love of suspension of disbelief. The lure of the stage. The grease paint.
Acting is the least mysterious of all crafts. Whenever we want to hide something from somebody, or pretend we're acting. Most people do it all day long.
Jack Nicholson.
Marlon Brando.
Acting is about honesty. If you can fake that, you've got it made.
Also Brando.
George Burns, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'll change the play. I'll do it now.
Now,
Yep, right now. I've just remembered an old university essay.
an essay.
Yep, on philosophy. This won't take long. Why don't you just go and have a break or something, have a cup of tea or a sandwich? Just give me a few minutes, all right?
Right. Text me when you're finished.
Yeah, I'll text Susan.
I like that.
supposed to be no more than 10 minutes long, right?
Yes.
But there's no minimum time. Okay, Steve, you come in from over there. And Jane, you sit here. Yeah.
Am I doing anything?
Yeah. Yeah, you can be reading your magazine, and then you can say something like, oh, Valentine's Day tomorrow, or maybe not even say anything at all. I leave it up to you. Right. We have 5 minutes for rehearsal, and then we have to go because I've only booked this room for an hour. Okay. And action.
Joyce!
Sam, you're on time.
Words cannot express.
Don't talk.
And that's it. That's it. Lights down. Ideal.
But nothing's clear. And nothing happens. And why do we suddenly embrace?
Who knows? Maybe it's the end of the war. Maybe he's come back from prison or hospital, or his wife. The point is, nothing is told to the audience.
The point being?
Well, No, you are sowing a seed. So the audience can create individually their own backstory. All they know is what is happening now. 2 people who know each other's names rush together. Why that happens is up to the audience. If they really want to analyse, they can consider what happened before. But love isn't really like that. It's spontaneous, powerful, maybe even out of control.
So then what?
Profits in the theatre, indeed. As it's been said, you can make a killing in the theatre, but not a living. How many playwrights does it take to change a light bulb? Don't change anything, it's perfect the way it is! Our second play of the night is entitled Is It Art? And will be performed by Suzanne, Chris Sifright and Atlanta Di Tommaso. The last night's performance, Atlanta, was in charge of the lighting, and she was so good in fact, that we decided to give her not 1, not 2, not even 3 or 4, but ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see Atlanta Di Tommaso in 5 plays this evening. The scene you're about to see was written by Gwilym Scarfield. Yesterday's compere Richard was in fact in the original cast in 2009. Now last week, this play was performed in the workshops in Poland, as I mentioned before. And now the English was the students' second language, and they only had 1 day of rehearsal. So the solution was that they would improvise a scene based on the words and ideas. And it was so successful that that's what we're going to do tonight. Tonight's performance will largely be an improvisation. But improv or not, the question is it art?
Selby!
Sweetheart.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad that you made it.
Don't forget your father. Thank you so much.
We're excited.
Yes.
Okay, so mine is somewhere over there.
You what?
My painting. My painting's over there, okay. I'm going to nip off and have a drink with my friends and then I'll come back and see how
You're going to get pissed
I
again?
know.
Oh, stop it.
Old habits die hard. She's so sweet. Okay, we'll see you later,
Yeah.
Albie.
See you later, darling.
Yeah.
We'll have some lunch together.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Right, where do we start? The exit?
Stop being so
Well,
hard.
it's
Come on,
all
give us.
crap. It's all
Come on, I know you weren't
modern
happy.
stuff and.
I
Look, I'm a builder. We know what the basics are. You know what I mean?
Reggie.
Reggie. Don't call me by my nickname. Call me Reginald. It's a proper name, and I was born Reginald.
Okay, but let's
Let's look at.
But come on.
Look.
Give her a
Wow.
chance.
That's
I think it's a Monet.
what?
Monet. Claude.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I suppose. Yeah. Of course. Should we get a brochure?
I think beautiful. Stand
beautiful.
back. It is. I like that.
Stand back. Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
can appreciate it better if you stand back.
What sort of like in another building? Well, I suppose so. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at. Do you think have they got the names of the artists under each and every one?
How many were done by monkeys on bicycles to fool the art critics?
Oh, stop it.
It worked, you know.
I wish I'd come alone, because you always let me down.
I'm not here to embarrass you. I'm here
You
to
always embarrass
improve
me.
my cultural
You're-
understanding.
You could have dressed for the occasion.
I did. Well,
I beg your pardon.
I am wearing clean underwear, I'll have you know. Well, I
Well-
won't have anybody know, actually, thank you very much, but I'm just saying that.
Shall I stand over
Shall we
here?
actually...
I'm
yeah.
not with you.
Well, yeah, Well, I like that one. Yeah, okay. Right.
Come over here, this one. This one's rather nice.
It has a lot of nice colours in,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a sort of a nice, what do you call it? Swishy, sort of curly.
Abstract.
Right, okay.
It's abstract.
Do you think they used a ruler? What? Why shouldn't you? You know, why straight lines going around the earth? Are they? Yeah, okay, nothing straight. Right. Let's.
Did you know that's a Picasso?
Well, yes.
I think it might have been his blue period.
Where's this stuffed sheep in formaldehyde? Where's that then? I thought that was. Where's this dirty tent with lots of signatures over all the previous lovers, or is that now a beach hut? Where's the bricks? Where's the load of crap on the floor that won the Turner Prize? That's what I want. Anybody can do that. I could crap, right? Oh, yeah, all right, okay. Oh.
Do you remember that
Ooh,
time? Do you
ooh.
remember that time when we were at the which gallery? Tate Gallery. And we saw.
Oh.
Do you remember it was
think I
a
have
telephone? It was a telephone,
Mm.
and it was called Snot on a Telephone.
Yes. And do you remember that I surreptitiously... No, you probably don't know about that. Okay, so, hey.
It wasn't.
People will talk, but still. She's rather nice, actually.
Mm.
She's
I thought
got really
I thought
big,
you would go.
you see there's
stop
some
being
extra...
so crude.
Yeah.
I thought you'd go for something.
She doesn't look very old.
Your eye would be taken with this.
Well, I think
Wouldn't it?
she
Yes,
has
it
been
would.
taken on a fairly regular... Well, anyway. But still, hey, look. Do you
Yes.
see that? Do you see that birthmark?
No.
Oh, what's the rest of it? Oh yes, what you people say? Oh
don't
my
say.
God!
Where are you?
Oh no! No, you do know who that is, don't you? Yep, right. It's nothing to look at. Move along. No, nothing to do with
I
us.
don't believe
How
it.
you find it?
LP, how nice
Darling.
to see you.
How you find
Yes.
it?
How?
We.
Have you allowed her to do this?
Always
Have you
bloody
seen my
blame the man,
painting?
isn't it? Always.
You,
yeah.
No, what?
Your daughter, how have you allowed her to do
I've
this?
got commissioned to do a second painting, and I get double the money.
Double the money.
Double the
For
money.
double the exposure, yeah? And,
hope you haven't done anything else.
Well, I did magazines.
She comes with a background.
I did
The
magazines.
two of
as
us
well.
do.
You should be proud.
I am proud to be associated with someone who does symmetrical
Daughter,
paintings.
darling, you've allowed her to do magazines?
Yeah, magazines.
And what's wrong? Was it a sort of an open fold thing?
Yeah, there was an open fold, a double page spread.
You realise that she could have a heart attack. Now, personally, I've seen many pictures like that.
Why are
but,
you hiding this painting?
Well, because look, we're just having one of our pregnant moments. No, I didn't mean that. We're having one of our positive moments. Dancing together. You don't dance at your age, do you? Just jump up and
Well,
down
you
and
do,
take
but
state
why,
benefits.
what's wrong with this painting?
It's nothing. It's sort of balanced, right? And it's sort of it's useful shade of colour and black and white and I like that.
Stop it!
But I don't like it. I like the birthmark that's there. It's a bit like your
You think
birthmark,
this is
actually.
me, don't you?
Well,
It's not
yeah.
me. I gave the artist the idea for the birthmark. That's his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Well, I didn't actually think it was her. It was you who were overreacting. I was just admiring the symmetrical landscape, transparent,
It's your
different
father.
colour,
Mine's
integration.
actually this
Your
one over
father,
here.
sorry, your father is just
I-
off on one as
But that's
usual.
still quite. Actually, this is quite a nice. Okay.
Not in front of
Maybe we
Elvie.
should go for lunch.
Yeah, thank you. I want to have a beer actually.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
My suggestion that we had the painting here didn't go down too well. Our next play is entitled Egon Schiele, which is named for the 20th century Austrian painter of the same name, whose work was noted for its intensity and raw sexuality. Thank you, Wikipedia. The playwright is Kieran Myers. The enigmatically named she and he, or one and two, depending on whether you're looking at the programme or the script, are here interpreted by Iris Baratier and Ben Rainbird. Now, I'm particularly interested to see this one because in last night's performance, I played the male part. Here they are.
Stop it.
I always cough after that.
Why?
Oh. Only when it's any good.
Oh. It was good then.
Coughing is how I know.
Got any coffee?
You want coffee?
Yeah.
Well, now.
Yeah, I want a cup of coffee.
I want to go to sleep.
Well, do you have any?
No, I want to go to sleep.
Then go to sleep.
With you?
Do you have a kettle?
No.
What do you do for caffeine?
I smoke.
Smoking puts me to sleep.
Oh, well then, come have a cigarette.
Alright.
Come have a cigarette. Come on, come.
I usually want one afterwards.
But you don't.
I'm not feeling it.
Not coughing, eh?
No.
Would you love me? That's so funny.
I always love after.
Why?
Only when it's any good.
Oh, it's good though.
Laughing is how I know.
Got any cigarettes?
Really?
I want a cigarette.
Puts me to sleep.
Oh, now I need a cigarette.
What?
You're so happy.
Well, I was happy.
Oh, don't tell me I've taken your happiness away.
Listen. I could love you.
Where can I get the nearest cigarette, please?
You don't have to say it back. I didn't even say it.
Say what?
What is that?
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Did you say so just because I said so?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't really know you actually.
No. But it was good. And too good. For strangers, wasn't it?
It was?
Well, that's rare. For two strangers to be that good together.
Yeah.
And then you said it back.
I don't need to say it though. I don't need to know you to love you, don't I?
No.
I just say that you might again.
What? Did you mean it?
I don't know. Did you?
Well, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Why don't we go out? Sit down, have a cup of coffee.
Oh, God, no. Are you okay?
You okay?
Did it hurt?
Did it hurt you?
No, but...
No.
Well, then.
Why?
Before, you were crying.
Was I?
Yeah.
I sometimes cry after.
Why?
Why?
I didn't mean to...
I didn't mean to cry. It's good when I cry.
It's good.
I mean, you were good.
Oh. Thank you.
Do you
Want
want
a
a
cigarette?
cigarette?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not sure if it's going to work out.
Not sure what's going to work out.
Not that anything has to work.
Why?
Coffee. It cheers me up.
Oh. Oh.
Are you okay?
Mm.
Come here.
Look. Oh.
Let's cuddle.
Everything alright?
Just tired.
I want to run. Do you want to run?
What?
I feel like fucking running.
No, just cuddle.
You're too still. This is really uncomfortable.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
No. No.
Would you love me?
Got any cigarettes?
You don't have to say it back. I didn't even say it.
Say what?
Am I making you uncomfortable?
No, no.
Why don't we go out? Sit down. Have a cup of coffee.
God, no. You're so happy.
Well, I was happy.
And don't tell me I've taken your happiness away. Have you got any cigarettes?
Puts me to sleep.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Stop it.
Sorry.
I always love seeing another actor's take on a part I know really well. So much more optimistic than my version. Coming up next, we have Teenage Angst by our very own Chris Sivright. This play takes us to a place I'm sure all of us actors at least have been to many times, and that's trying to nail the perfect monologue, and it just won't work. This is Teenage Angst.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to perform a monologue entitled Teenage Angst. This monologue shall look back over my past activities this year, in particular the summer, and shall share with you some of my emotions. Monologues, the greatest chance we have to illuminate a character's heart and soul compellingly, shapely with a beginning, middle, and end. Of course, at their very worst, monologues can be self-indulgent, wordy, and often full of whimpers about failures and as shapeless as a dirty song. Oh yeah, at school we have just finished studying Clockwork Orange, one of my favourite plays. Then, brothers, it came. Oh, bliss, bliss in heaven. Oh, it was gorgeous, Miss Gorgeosity made flesh. A strange language, new words, violence, and a general air of creepiness, but, as Anthony Burgess said, what I do because I like to do. And that is why I am here, doing what I like doing in front of a paying audience. Please remember, 1, I am impoverished. 2, I'm available for hire. And 3, I really, really do want to leave university. Other plays that have also been done at school. Like lambs when they are born. They grow to become sheep and we use them for all sorts of things. Line.
And they're shorn and we use the wool.
And they are shown how to use a tool. Oh, I'm never going to learn that sentence.
What if you'd rehearsed more?
Excuse me, this is my monologue. You are prompt. You prompt. Thank you. Right, now, as Lady Gaga says, I am committed to the theatre with no intermission and no sarcasm from the prompter. Okay? To paraphrase Vivian Lee, I love an audience. I like to act, and I act because I like trying to give pleasure to people.
Medium of past experience.
What?
Medium of past experience.
In
As the
which-
ground is the medium, get on with it.
In which dead cities lie interred. Yes. I do know my lines. At least give me a chance to say them. Medium, past experiences, dead cities.
Unquote Walter Benjamin.
Look, this is beginning to get irritating. Why are you prompting now?
Well, that's my role, I suppose. But I'm not the prompt all the time. For example, I am the study guide. I am the informer. I am the person who gives footnotes to the sources of her inspiration.
Okay, so does this also mean that you have an acting part in this?
I have a small acting part, but it's only to make you look good.
Okay. I mean, I was going to do this anyway by addressing the chair, but instead I'll address you. You can be my stooge! Yes, come along and sit in the chair there. Come along, stooge. Here we are. Come on. Oh, no, there. Really? Well, okay, fine. Anyway, now let me practice my Valentine's poems on you.
I feel a little awkward. I'm old enough to be your grandfather, let alone your father.
Just stay in character, okay? You prompt me, that's your role. A prompt. Nothing more.
Nothing less?
Just give yourself a status. Now, for my Valentine's poem, Element.
Hang on, you have to say who it's by. This is by Catherine Wallace.
I find couples sickening. Yes, I am single, and Valentine's Day just rubs it in. My housemates have been together for years and years, and they go out for meals far more frequently than me, and they're always touching hands and lips at the table. One word, inseparable. You can't mention one without the other. Everyone knows they're a couple. Room 3, the cutlery drawer, the kitchen. Seems to be the most depressing place to live. So I can't help but ask, when will the dish run away with the spoon?
Very good. Any more?
Loads.
Well, how about this? Love hurts when you've got chlamydia. Love hurts when you take a pee. Love hurts, then she'll just get rid of you. Love hurts. Actually, oh, I should say, sorry. This poem was by Lucita.
I like this one by Juliet Felice. A tiara for your beautiful head, a mansion with a waterbed, with countable days to maybe my toes is what you can suck on instead.
Yeah, do you think, hang on. Yes, here we go. Why don't you try, let's say, this one?
Yeah.
It's quite romantic, it's quite sort of nice.
The thing is, I just don't love you enough.
I don't love you enough to buy you a dozen roses. Elaborately tied and marked up.
I don't love you enough to buy you some chocolates in the shape of a heart and the same for a box.
I don't love you enough to buy you a teddy that says it loves you, though you are a grown woman.
I don't love you enough to buy you what everyone has been getting for years for every other person, and to give it to you on the one day that everyone will predictably be getting the same.
I just love you enough to tell you that I love you today and the day after that.
I love you enough to make you some tea and to hold you for no other reason than that.
I love you enough to go out for dinner to the best place around and pay.
As long as it's not Valentine's Day. Right, well,
Yeah,
I would,
okay.
but I do have this monologue and I'm trying to time it.
Well, let's get a move on. Let's get back to it.
Okay. Multiple personalities, syllabuses, exams, teachers, change, responsibility. I am a woman. I can vote. I can stand for election. I can carry on an organ donor card. But now, as I can buy cigarettes and alcoholic drinks and legal pornographic material and place bets at a casino, perhaps no one will want my body. I mean, my childhood is gone. Some of you may not remember your childhood, but I remember mine. Remember this.
Time!
Oh, I wanted to finish by quoting Oscar Wilde's last speech. Sorry to be or not to be.
King Lear by William Shakespeare.
Prompt, you are such an idiot. I'm never going to act with you again. Thank you, everyone, for coming to listen to Teenage Angst tonight.
Break a leg at your forthcoming audition, Miss Stressed Teenager. And if you're unsuccessful, break their legs. I know a guy. Do you know it's impossible to lose a homing pigeon? Because if it doesn't come back, all you've lost is a pigeon. Our last number before the interval is Do Old Men Play Guitar? The inspiration behind this play is fascinating, actually. A number of years ago, a Sunday Times journalist carried out an experiment. He sat outside a pub with a huge sign saying, "Homeless, 5 children to feed." Very few people gave him any money. He then changed the sign. And we've taken this idea and turned it into a scene. We've added an actor, Peter Thomas, and inserted a guitar into the scene. This is Do Old Men Play Guitar?
Yeah. What's that?
Bang.
Oh. Right. Little Chinese folk song called Tuning.
This'll work.
Nobody. Still nobody. Need money for... Oh. Okay. That's tricky. Miles one for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready and go, can't go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can't do anything they offer my blue suede shoe. Well, you can knock me down, you can step in my face, you can slander my name all over the place, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe.
So, do old men play guitar? Yes. Yes, they do. We'll now have a short interval of 11 minutes and 53 seconds. You may hang around down here, have a drink upstairs, or even buy me a drink. Make sure you're down here again for the second half.